Well, I think that's all I have to say about that. But we have a tools to live by inquiry from a listener if you've got time for it.
I sure do.
All right. Tools to live by is presented by Veyer Watches. VeyerWatches.com is where you go. I would normally give you our promo code, but they're doing the holiday kind of year end sale, which is greater than our promo code. So you can get 20% off if you go to Veyer Watches. It brings me joy. I look down at the thing. I feel there's a mechanical, old school element to it that I just really appreciate. And I just have joy looking at it. And so I'd say give the gift of joy to somebody else in your life with a quality crafted timepiece.
You have a couple gifts of joy. Just think how happy your father, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law, etc., will feel when you give them a watch. It is a timeless gift
It really
that,
is.
that shows real class. Like giving a watch is classy.
Giving a watch is a great gift. Everybody
Mhm.
appreciates a watch.
So
Veyer
true.
does free US shipping, easy returns, waterproof warranty. Check them out for yourself. You'll love them. They're assembled in America. Can't say enough good things about the watches, but they are our ultimate tool. So listeners inquire for advice. They need tools to live by. This one comes in from one of your neighbors, actually,
Great.
Chaz. Yeah. He said, quote, my lovely current holiday situation is this for DLS, Chaz, and the general beach grip community beyond. I need to pick up my possessions from my ex wife after our divorce was finally finalized. No domestic items. Couldn't care less about any of that. Note the proper use there, DLS. Yes, I do. Thank you for using it correctly. Couldn't care less. He goes on to say, I'll be picking up about a dozen surfboards, mostly rusties, a Cordell or two, a couple of travel board bags, and a few snowboards. After nearly 6 years of the horrendous family court system, I can't fully remember what inventory remains. Of course, I've purchased and have been riding surfboards in that time, but I need advice for what to do with this old, but still probably very decent quiver. Should I, A, pick up the boards and use them or sell them myself? This option comes with a huge swallowing of pride, with a feeling of groveling for the crumbs of the relationship. Or B, give away all of these boards to someone in North County, San Diego, who would be willing to pick them up so that I don't have to deal with her or anything further, thus preserving some credibility. Some or many could use these donated boards or trade anyone could benefit or trade anyone who could benefit from them. This would provide me with some belief that I've tried to give back and help someone who needs a board these days. Or C, double middle fingers to the see you next Tuesday and I'm out. Sell the stuff yourself, put the money into the daughter's college account to replenish all the attorney's fees that she's wasted. This option may not use the boards in an optimal way, but also has forms of vindication that cannot be measured. Also, I have finally subscribed to your guys' work after mooching all of these years. The proof is attached. Work.
Thank you so much, first and foremost, for the subscription. We don't talk about it enough, David Lee, but I treasure each and every one.
$5 a month. You can support our work. Go to surfsplendorpodcast.com. There's a subscription tab. Click on it. You can set it up in 1 minute. It takes almost no time at all. You can cancel at any time, but it is the bedrock of this work. Over the years, advertising revenue fluctuates. Some months are good, some months are not. And that listener support at $5 bricks, that's the foundation of the work.
Thank you so much, dear listeners. And this one, David Lee, I feel very confident that B is the only right answer. Is you two birds, one stone here. You don't have to deal with the ex. You also don't have to look like you're groveling and like doing stuff. You've already forgotten about these boards, right? These boards, to me, when something is put away, takes me maybe 6 months to entirely forget about it, right? Like, so you can get these back, and I'm sure there might be one or two in there. You're like, oh, this board went sick, right? The feeling of that is not going to be as good as the feeling of not dealing with it at all. A. B, doing something good with them. donating, like figure out the cause, right? There's got to be a good cause, I feel, that could really use these boards and that would make you feel good and that would actually be doing some good. And then also having the ex have to deal with the person coming over, knocking on the door, opening the garage. She'll be mad. She'll probably throw extra stuff in there too, like whatever, but all good because the cause is good. That's what I say. I say that's the only way to do it.
Well, I'm going to mirror that for sure. I think that as for the boards themselves, I've actually regretted every board that I've ever sold. Um, I've also got burned out on most surfboards that I've ridden, like I ride them enough to where I get burned out. But no matter how burned out you get, a day will come, sometimes a decade later, where I'm like, I wish I could ride that board again. The resale market is so soft that the amount of money that you're going to get from selling it isn't worth selling. Like it's going to be gone faster than the money will be gone faster than the regret from having sold it. And so I agree with you. Option A of selling the boards is out.
Yeah.
Not worth it for the money. Option C of the double middle fingers to the see you next Tuesday is also a double middle fingers to the Quiver, because the exact friends, your friends, the surfboards who brought you joy when you were married to that woman, those are precious gems that have been neglected for these 6 years. They're drying up, they're yellowing, they're probably still have a vague sense of hope of your return, or at the very least, somebody else's return, and that gentle caress of the loving hands chaperoning it to the sea once more. So leaving them with her is an entirely wrong decision. And by the way, even if you tell her to sell them, there's no chance your ex-wife is taking your recommendation and going to sell it. And she's probably going to misappropriate the funds anyways.
For
So
sure.
option C is so far off. This only leaves you with one option, which is option B, as Chaz already stated.
And it's not even just the best of bad options. That's a great option right there, right? Again, these boards haven't been in your life already. You've built a new Quiver. All of it's good. Give the gift of joy to somebody else, to an organization, to somebody, anybody.
So I'm going to put the onus on him, and he needs to find out what that organization is.
For sure.
However, if he cannot find a suitable fit, I was thinking that maybe we can help him find a worthy cause. Maybe we can just help connect the dots for him and say, hey, rather than putting these on Craigslist and having some crackhead show up at your ex-wife's house, which also could be a great strategy, maybe we can repost these on Instagram for you, or even on our website. And people in North County, San Diego, who can use the boards either to surf them or they have a cause that they can donate them to, we can just connect those dots, send them to your ex-wife's house for you. And
that's perfect. I love it, David Lee Scales. I'm willing and happy to do this work right here. Also, I would like to know from listeners, like, what are the good causes out there that could use surfboards, right? There's clearly, I could get online and start going around and trying to find stuff, but I don't trust the internet. I trust our dear listeners. So I would like to know, moving forward, where can people be pointed for things like this?
Yeah, well, the Gdauskas brothers famously filled a container of surfboards and took it to Africa, South Africa, for the I forget the name of that organization, was Surfers Not Street Kids, maybe was the name of the organization. And they donated like 800 surfboards. And their original collection was only supposed to be like 40 surfboards. And so many people support it because so many of us have these surfboards that are, not being ridden, that they were very supportive of the cause. So but the Gdauskas brothers, it was so much effort and it cost so much money to actually ship the thing that I don't think that they can do it consistently. No. But there's got to be local
domestic, local stuff, depending on where you are in your community, that both, and it's not just like, giving the surfboard to the Salvation Army. I don't even think they take surfboards, to be honest. I think a lot of those don't take sporting equipment, but even with that, right? Like, that Salvation Army is not, the surfboard is only a transactional possible money to them, but there's got to be something where this surfboard retains its surfboard essence, as you were talking about, and gets to give back itself.
Totally. Because it's a slap in the face to the laborers who built that surfboard to let that thing go to waste or to go to the wrong. Let the ex-wife's monstrous hands get on that thing.
Let her turn it into a mailbox.
Exactly. A bench.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
I will say I should have started by saying that chin up to that listener. That sounds horrific. Going through 6 years of the family court system and spending all
Ooh,
that money. I mean,
but if
Chaz
you're
and I have
eh,
both gone through a divorce, and so we can sympathize completely. And I haven't gone through that family court system. We didn't have kids or anything like that, but holy cow, it is the worst.
but if you're through it, good fella, then congratulations. Lift a glass of eggnog and toast your good fortune.
Well, that's honestly what I should have started by saying is it's way better on the other side of it.
Yeah.
My life is infinitely better now. Keep your chin up, be optimistic. Even my single life was way better than any time being married to that horrendous human being.
Yes.
So, yeah, chin up, buddy. Times will get better, let me tell you.